Miles, we got to talk about the Jets, the Jets, Jets, with one of the biggest comebacks, one of the crazier endings to a game we've seen in a long time. They beat the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland 31-30. This game looked like it was over 30-17 late after Nick Chubb gets a score. Not so, says Joe Flacco, brings them all the way back. They get an onside kick. They win this football game. Defense finishes out the comeback with a pick. What an incredible finish for the New York Jets, getting their first win of the season. I want to hear your thoughts on this, Miles, but before we get over and talk to you about this, Jets fans, you guys got to be excited. I'm sure emotions are riding high. We want to hear from you in the comment section below who you think the MVP was. And there's a lot of guys who may be at the top of the list here. Joe Flacco probably jumps up. Maybe Garrett Wilson. He had a big day. Let us know in the comment section below who you think the most valuable player for this very first victory of the 2022 season for the New York Jets. But Miles, what are your thoughts on this just incredible Jets comeback?
Yeah, Nick, my MVP, easy. It's the man who signed a contract for a lifetime supply of Haribo gummy bears as his first NFL deal. A guy who got chicken nuggets after he signed a super record-setting quarterback contract. The Hut Pizza Hut master himself, Joe Flacco, comes out for the Jets, in the backup role. Obviously, Zach Wilson gets hurt last game. Joe Flacco has to come in for the foreseeable future for the Jets, and you're thinking to yourself, well, we lose last week against a tough Ravens team. What are we going to do? Well, he comes out this week, and he just annihilates Cleveland. 300 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and he hit your rookie wide receiver, Garrett Wilson, 8 catches, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. Huge performance by Wilson after not necessarily the largest performance ever last week, but like you said, special teams gets it done, onside kick, defense gets it done, big interception to close out the game. Like overall, huge team win in some aspect or another. Everybody was contributing in this one.
Oh, and I love the young guys, right? Garrett Wilson, 100 yards receiving, big day. Breece Hall, big day running the football. I love the young guys on this offense, really, because that's going to be the future of this team, especially when Zach Wilson comes back, is getting everybody on the same page on this offense that has a lot of potential. So I really love those guys getting involved. But how about Corey Davis, right? The game is essentially over. It's 30-17, less than 2 minutes to go. Flacco hits Corey Davis for a 60-something yard touchdown. It gets him in the game. And that's exactly what you need from this offense, just that spark. They have the playmakers to be explosive, and they showed it at the end of the game. And you know what I love the most about this win is that sometimes we talk about teams that just find ways to lose games. We see this from, teams that are bad for a long time, like the Browns were like this, obviously, for a long time, but the Lions got this rub for a while. But what makes teams kind of turn the corners, they find ways to win games they shouldn't. And that's a big potential franchise-altering moment here for the New York Jets. If this is proof they can find ways to win games they shouldn't, the trend is nothing but up for the New York Jets, especially when they get healthier.
Oh, yeah, and let's reiterate how big of a win this was, because this is the Cleveland Browns. And so I say neutral as far as both of your starting quarterbacks are out. So yeah, the Browns are playing their backup. You're playing your backup in Joe Flacco. So battle of the backups, neutral setting. The Browns, and I don't think this is crazy, have a substantially better defense than the Jets on paper, but not today. Joe Flacco goes out and torches them. So you have to feel pretty good about beating a good NFL defense, probably one of the top defenses over the past few years. Myles Garrett is a disruptor. Denzel Ward is crazy in coverage. This is just a really strong defense, and you go out and, like you said, you feel like you're down early on in this game, 30-17, and it's an insurmountable comeback. This is the Browns defense. We can't do it. But like you said, they turn it around and they make the plays necessary to come back and win the game. So big time win for Gang Green going forward. You have to feel pretty excited to see what the rest of the season is like, because you don't feel so worried anymore about, well, Zach Wilson's out, our season's over, we can't do anything. You can, and you did. So huge ups to the Jets.